Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Hopefully, you've been doing good. I know it's been a little bit since you guys have seen me. I got a lot of content, but I know, you always make more content. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Thanks for seeing my channel. I'm talking to a lot of kids at the farmers market, and you know, sending them this way. This is MF3 Studios. My name is Frank Perrine. I am head artist here. And so today, I want to draw, we got Easter coming up next week. And so think I'm going to draw maybe an Easter bunny. Now, this one will be a tutorial, so kids could draw it, whoever wants to draw it. Most of the time, I'm not doing a tutorial, but this one I kind of will. I'll do it step by step, and you guys can see how to draw an Easter bunny, right? So, and we'll be talking about Easter and talking about stuff and, having fun and doing all that stuff. It's been a while since I've done anything. So, we're going to start off right away, and then we'll start to, hey, Stitch, what's happening? No, 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 I know it's been a while since I've drawn anything. Been really busy, but been meeting a lot of really nice people at the farmers market and showing their support for the boneyard and all the stuff I'm doing. Yeah, we'll get to some Disney stuff, you know. I mean, you hit me up every time, and I know that I haven't drawn anything Disney, but we should draw something Disney. All right, so chill out, kick back, relax, and just enjoy the show. All right, all right. Most of the time when Stitch is here, most of the time I get, what's up, R2? How you doing? No, 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 no. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna draw some Star Wars stuff. Yes, I have been watching The Mandalorian. Yes, I do like Grogu, is it? I do like him. Um, the Mandalorians are a little like, uptight, those guys, but, what's up, Boba? Hey, we just had some boba yesterday. Oh, I don't like boba, but he did. No, I just kidding with you. Listen, I'm gonna draw some Mandalorian stuff, dude. Just I haven't even drawn anything yet, and you're saying it not that way. This is my way. Just chill out. Don't worry, we'll draw some Star Wars stuff. Oh man, telling you. Anyway, guys, so I wanted to start, and we're gonna start. So I'm hoping everyone is ready. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by drawing a circle. Now, I'm gonna try to do this without sketching it first. Well, we'll sketch it first and then we'll outline it. So I'm using a pencil, okay? And we're gonna sketch it out. So first thing what you wanna do is you wanna just draw not a perfect circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be like kind of like an egg. And you see how I'm just kind of drawing until I get where I want to be. Right like that. Okay? Second thing you're going to want to do is some people do crosses on their circles to tell them where the eyes and stuff are going to be. Me, I just kind of know. You just look at it and you know. So I'm going to have the eyes up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some eyes. Now you guys have seen my stuff, so I'm going to put some eyes right there and look at that. And then we're going to want a nose. Nose is going to be like an upside down pyramid, right? So you could do a circle like this. Some people like that. Some people like that, right? I'm going to go kind of the upside down pyramid. But see how I rounded it on the bottom? See? And I put it right in between the eyes, but not too low. I put it right between the eyes. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to do these little marks. They go and look right like this. They're going to go down. So you're going to do this like, and it looks kind of like a mustache, right? You're like, what's up with that? Why does he have a mustache? But he doesn't. Then I'm just going to bring it up a little bit like this. And boy, you can kind of see it already, right? Look at that. Okay, now teeth, right? Because rabbits wouldn't be nothing without teeth. So I'm just going to you're going to start over towards the corner, and you're just going to draw a line down on an angle like that. And you're going to do it the same thing on the other side, right? Now that you have that done, you're just going to draw a line right across like this, right? Look at that, right? Now this is just my sketching. So now we're going to start. Now what I always do is I put a little tuft of hair up here. Now one of the reasons I do that, it's kind of like a wave, right? One of the reasons I do that is because then it kind of shows me the center. Because now I'm going to do his ears, right? And so his ears, we're going to start up from here in the corner, and we're just going to draw a kind of curved line, just like that. So I just went up just a curved line, right? Now that I have my curved line, I'm just going to kind of round it and come down and do that. See how it's kind of like I don't know if it's like a worm or a snake, but it just adds on to that. So if I take that off, right, and then you'll see it. See how it's like almost like an S, and you just pull it apart, way apart, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a little bit behind it. Let's zoom in so I could show you. I'm going to start a little bit behind it, right? And I'm just going to kind of do this curvy line like that. See? Curvy line like that. So if I go back, no curvy line, curvy line. Then I'm going to come down kind of like that. You don't want to go straight. You want to just let it go. Let your hand do what it wants to do, right? Now we're going to come up the same way. This is his ear. You could do rounded or pointed. I'm going to do rounded. So you're going to round it like this, and you're going to come back up like that. Look at that. Kind of looks like a big tongue, huh? But if you look, see? I'm just going to swoop it just like that. Now, his ear, his other part of the ear is back here, but you don't see it, right? And it's going to come down like this, and that's where I'm going to start and bring it in to connect like that. Look at that. Now, the other ear we could do different ways. We can do it the same way or floppier. It's really up to you. Let's do a kind of a floppy ear. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to look about where I'm at, and it should start right about here. And this time I'm going to go up and curve like that. Then I'm going to continue my curve down here. See? Now I'm going to finish the ear, and I'm going to bring it down. And remember, this one I'm doing curvy ears. So then you're going to go up like that. And then you're going to go all the way up. And then you're going to curve it just like that. Now remember, the other part of the ear is over here. So if I brought it over, I would start it right there. Look at that. All right. Now, I like to do my rabbits with a little bit of fluff on their side there. Now this one's covered, but we're still going to start it. So we're going to start a line and just bring it down like that. We're going to start a line from there and just bring it down like that. See? Now, when you're sketching and you're doing it in layers, let's say you're going to sketch it first in pencil, and then you're going to put another piece of paper on top of it and trace it. Well, then you could do stuff if you wanted to and complete the side, because you're not going to do that anyway. Or if you're on a computer or on a tablet, my next layer, I just won't do that. I just will erase that. What it does is it gives you an idea of where your proportion should be, right? But we're going old school. We're going just in your imagination. You should know where it is. So let's finish. So we're gonna start kind of in the middle. Bring this back up here, and then we're gonna start here and bring that over here, right? Now we're gonna do the inside of the ear. Now, why I left it in the middle? You're going, but Frank, there's a blank spot right in the middle. Why I did that is because then I'm gonna put a little fluff like that. Bam, bam. How do you like me now? Right. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go up here, do a line, and it's not going to meet that thing. It's just going to be right like that. Same thing with this one. I don't want it to go on the bend because I want to see that bend, right? And this one right will start right about there. Look at that. All right. You guys still with me? Let's go back a couple steps. Let's check it out. What? Where's he going? Where's the rabbit going? Oh, that's as far as I could go back. Oh, no, right there. All right, here we go. And then line, and a bigger line. And then a curve and a curve. I'm going to do the curve. I'm going to curve it up like this. I'm going to do this, and curve this, over this, and look at this. Oh, then pluff on there, and the ear, and then I'm done. All right. So now that you get that, I'm going to throw a little eyebrow in there like that. Like he's like, hey, guys, what's up? It's Easter. Okay. Now, remember what I told you? So if I was going to finish this, right, it would go like this, right? So then technically I would go in here, just like that. And if this was in there like that, I would do that. Now it's different depending on what you want to do. We're going to do him kind of sitting there. So I'm going to complete this, and you could throw some hair in there like that, right? Now we're going to do his body. Now some people will sketch out everything first. That's totally okay. Remember that we're sketching right now. We're going to do the main drawing in a few minutes. But okay, so now I'm going to do his body. So let's just, I usually will think of a little shape like that. That's going to be his body, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do him, let's do him carrying a basket, right? So his arm would go out like this, and I'm going to throw a little bend on it like that. And then I'm going to throw a little bend on it like this. Now I'm going to give him more human kind of hands, so I'm going to do this little thumb here. And then I'm going to do his hand. Now remember, with this is just a sketch. But if you wanted to, you can follow along with me and just sketch really light and then erase that if you'd like. But you're going to see what I'm going to do in a minute. All right, so here's his basket. Now I'm not too sure where the rabbit comes from in Easter. Let's throw some eggs in there. Now what's cool about it, and I think it has to do with the Roman Empire, but if you go outside and look at the moon next time, and you're like, Frank told me to do this, so I'm going to try it. Go out and look at the moon at night. What you're going to see is, if you look at the moon, the dark places on the moon, if you look at them, it's almost like a rabbit. You're like, no, that can't be, Frank. That's impossible. No, give it a shot. Go out and just check it out, and you'll see that it is almost like the shape of a rabbit, and you'll be able to see it, and you'll say, holy moly, it is a rabbit. All right, so there's his hand, right? Now we're going to do his feet, and we're going to do some lines like this. I kind of go over because his booty's right there, right? And then I'm just going to, now his feet are going to be the fun part. So we're going to go out and then down. What? Are you sure about that? I am positive. Then we're going to go right here, and we're going to do another one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of curve it. You'll see why. Right? And there's one foot. See how I went up? I'm going to go a little bit over. And then I'm going to do the other foot. Now the other foot, the other leg is blocked by this, but that's okay. You can still do the foot. See? And see how just those little things changes everything. Now, remember, this is a sketch, so I can do that if I wanted to and erase, because I didn't like that so much. It didn't look right. All right. It still doesn't look right. I'm going to erase this foot. Now, that's the beautiful thing about us sketching, right? I could do something like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it out. We're advanced here. We're going to come out a little bit. So instead of that way, I'm going to do it this way. And that's probably a little bit better. And then let's get rid of this one. That rabbit foot were supposed to be good luck. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go places like Knott's Berry Farm and stuff like that. And they would have rabbit feet keychains. And it was all rabbit feet were supposed to give good luck. I don't know if they still do that, because that's, I don't know, nowadays I don't know if that's a good thing. Let's put a little fluff on the back of his, put him a tail there, okay? And let's give him a shirt. All right. Now, if you notice, some of the themes that I use, not themes, but the things that I do, like this little thing, it just gives character to it, right? That's all. All right, now that I think I got my sketch done, let's go to work. All right, so I'm going to create another layer, or you could put a piece of paper over it, right? Now, let's say I put a piece of paper over it. This is what you'll see, right? Because you're looking through the paper. That's what we'll see. So now we're gonna put in the work here, and I'm gonna go fast. So follow along, and you'll see me. I'll change things around, but I think I like it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to select what pen you want, right? I like to, when I'm doing cartoon characters, use a thicker line. So then there's my eyes, right? There's my eyelashes. Then I'm going to come over here and do that. I'm going to come over and I'm going to do my ear. And it's all the same things, but now we're just tracing. And don't be upset if a line doesn't look the way that it did during the sketch. If it really concerns you, fix it. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Right? Because remember, this is your drawing, no one else's. No one's judging you. No one's saying, hey, you shouldn't do it that way. Now, if you want someone to critique your work, then be ready. You gotta be ready for the advice they give you, because that's why you're asking. And it's really not bad. You know, it's not bad to take advice, especially if it's going to improve what you're doing. Because you might see things that that person might be seeing something that you don't see, and you're going to be like, "Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you for helping me, sir. Now I can complete my masterpiece." See? And like I said, this is time now that you're inking it, right? You want to be careful because you don't want to mess it up and have to start over. But if you notice, sometimes I just go a little bit different than my original sketch. And do you know why I do this? This is the fun part. You know why I do it? Because I can, right? Because it's my drawing. I can do whatever I want, right? If I wanted to put him in sneakers, I could put him in sneakers if I wanted to, because it is mine and nobody is telling me what to do. So, I love Easter. Easter is one of my favorite holidays for lots of different reasons. You know, for the eggs and everything, and also for my belief. In the raising of Christ. All right, look at that. It's looking good. All right. I'm a prime believer that God gave me this talent, and I like using it. Oh, let's put a little pads here. You think that would be too much? Yeah, that would be too much. Exit out. Okay, so if you notice, now that I've done this, right, and now it's all dark, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my sketch. And look at that. What is up with that? Right? Is that just not awesome? I think that's awesome. I just think it's I just love doing this stuff. I really do. I do. I do. Oh, hey, Cotton Candy. How you doing? Yeah, no. I'm just drawing the Easter bunny. Or a bunny. I don't know. I'm just drawing him. No, I know. Yeah, I know. I just keep Bob away from me. Right? I haven't drawn anything in a while, but I've been drawing boneyard stuff. And there's a lot of boneyard stuff if you want to come down. I have a lot of stuff out in in Upland, California, in the farmers market, which is usually every Saturday. Won't be there next Saturday, of course, but every Saturday from 9 a.m. till 2. You can see the boneyard there. I'm also in a gallery in Laguna Beach called the Grace Galleries, right? Um, yep, and that is in that is downtown Laguna. You don't miss me. I got a couple pieces there. That's a great place. I love that place. If you're ever down in Laguna and you're walking around or you want to buy some art, go there, right? GBL, Grace Galleries. Um, and go there. Uh, See the art. There's like 20 artists there. There's some really cool stuff. And I'm one of them. And you go look at the beach and, so it's fun. All right. Well, no, don't tell him. All right. Thanks. All right. Let's get back to it. All right. Now we are going to do the coloring. Now I'm going to do it fast because, like I said, I try to keep these down so we can have a good time. Yes, it caught it all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use a little blue. Just a little blue. Just a little. I just want a little bit. Okay. Now he's going to be white. No, I should make him pink, huh? I should make him pink. Let's give it a shot. Let's check it out, see what it looks like. Let's back out of that. Scratch that. Reverse it. All right, now that we're there, let's try this. Let's do pink. Now I'm going to use the same brush. It's like a watercolor, right? And we're going to start off, and I'm just adding a little bit of pressure. Just a little bit, because I want the base to come in, right? Now, when you're coloring, you could use Copic markers. You could use whatever you want. I'm just coloring on the computer. So now that we do that, I'm going to come down a little bit. And now I'm just going to do kind of the shades. And I'm going to get stuff in there. Make it a little darker where I want it darker. Right? Right, like that. Look at that. A lot da da, la da dee, la da 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 da. All right. Perfect. Now you got to remember when you're coloring, you also got other places that maybe it doesn't hit, right, or doesn't select. Now, those of you that are using programs like Hulion and like Paint and all that stuff, I'm sure you know better ways to do everything that I'm doing. I already know you do. Like I said, for me, I'm kind of new to this, so for me, it's kind of new. So there's lots of things that I do not know how to do, and there's lots of stuff that I do. All right, but remember what I told you. In the end, whose drawing is it? Well, it's yours now, because hopefully you're following along, and hopefully I didn't lose you. But you could always go back and rewind and see how the magic is made. I don't know why I talk like an old guy sometimes. My son seems to enjoy it. I was one time at a drive-thru and I ordered that way. He got a kick out of that. All right, so the bottom of the ears I'm going to do darker. I'm going to use the same pink, right? But this time I'm going to add more pressure to get that really dark pink that I want. See? Now, like I said, I'm doing this fast so we can get it done. So I want a little shadow in there, like that. There we go. All right, now let's do this, and we're going to use blue, very light blue. And basically what I want to do is just on the corner do shades like that. All right, now, what color do you think his shirt should be? I personally think it should be chartreuse. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know what that is. Let's go purple. It's got like an Easter egg, right? And then I'm going to do it darker. And then I'm going to do under here even darker, right? And then we're get over here and then, make a little tie-dye-ish, right? All right. Then we got to get in there. So you got that little spot. So I'm going to do that in a pink. All right. Make sure that we get everything colored. All right. Now, hopefully you guys are still following me. I mean, not only the channel, but also with this kind of tutorial. I don't know. Oh, look at that. See what I forgot? Kachala. All right. And that's it's pink. Now, like I said, if you're drawing by hand, right, this whole thing, then you just want to like I said, pick the colors you want. You can use Copic markers. I like Copic markers. They're cool. I've used them before in the past. I used to use them, believe it or not, on my boneyard pictures. But the problem is they fade. And because they fade, I can't use them. But there's certain papers that you can use, and there's all sorts of fun ways that you can use Copic markers. Look at that. Easy. Let's make this last one red. Oh, wait. Oops. Ha 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 ha. All right, let's make this last one red. Well, I hope you guys are having a good time. Now, I would not be Frank if I wasn't going to do what I'm about to do. So, bear with me. You guys are awesome, but I got to do it. Now, so I'm going to take this red, right, And I'm going to, and I should have done it earlier, but I didn't. And that's quite all right. Okay, so I'm going to have to go over that and finish that. Okay, so bear with me. Now I'm going over the black, I know that. So I'm going to have to go back, right? I'm going to have to go back and fix it, which, as an artist, you tend to can do whatever you like. And you're like, what is he doing? Those who know me get this. Now, what I'm going to do is now fix that. Look at that, right? Now I want a thinner line, right? Because then I'm going to finish this. Dun, 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 dun. It is Frank Perrine's MF3. Now, some of you guys don't know what MF3 stands for. MF3 stands for what it is a combination of my best friend, Mac. That's the M. You know what the F stands for. And the 3 stands for my son. So MF3. All right, look at that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and throw a little bit of shade. I mean, not the mean kind, but the, So I'm going to get the airbrush. I'm just going to, I want to come in and just, oh, no, I don't like that. I want it more blue then. No, I don't like that either. It's actually too harsh. Too harsh. Oh, that's good right there. All right. Then I'm just going to come in here and just throw a little bit of shadow. Now, if you really wanted to get proper, then you would kind of like try to figure where your sun would be and do all that nonsense. I don't want to do that. And not that, that's not what we're doing today. Okay, so I'm going to now do a little bit of detail work in there. Now it all depends on how thick you want your lines and how you want them to look, right? You can do thin lines like that. You can do thicker lines like that. Like that's what I think I'm going to do with this guy. And you just add some accents to it. I know what you're thinking. We're not even done yet, right? But if you see how that just makes it come alive, right? These little hash marks, and you kind of want to go around where it's round and kind of, if you notice, I followed it up. The basket, right? Go down, right? And then little marks, right? On the t-shirt. Now, then you can, up to you. I sound like Christopher Walken there. Up to you. No, I can't do him. I'll sometimes come back and add a little bit of white. Now, you really can't see it on him, but you would be able to see it on other characters, right? I'm going to put a little shine on the egg right there. Put a little shine on the nose. I'm going to put some shine on the eye, right? Look at that. Is that crazy or what? Now this part's going to be a little weird, and you that are drawing regular, don't mind it. But what I do is this, and I know there's an easier way to do it. I think you could do the whole background a certain color, but I like to come and you could start with a layer in a different color. I know that, but I never do. And I'll come and do this. And then that tells me what is see-through, right? So then when I'll come and do another one on top of that, and then I'll select white, and I'll make sure my brush is small enough where I can control the action, right? And then I'll just come in and do this. Now what that is doing, now I know there's some people out there that are going, dude, there's like 5 million easier ways to do that, and I'm sure that there is. I'm sure maybe I could select, I never thought of that, just thought of that just now, but maybe I could select, part of it is because it's fun. You know, sometimes I'll tell you something, sometimes I take the long road, and it's the same way you would take the long road in a car or on a boat, right? And people say, oh, it's the scenic route. What that means is this: it's the pretty route. It has stuff to look at. It's scenery that you go look at, or you could take the red eye and be there like really quick. So lots of times people will go real quick, and they go, well, time is money and all that stuff, but this isn't about money, and it's just about having a good time. So I am definitely taking the scenic route. And I'll be honest, sometimes I don't mind doing stuff like this when other artists say, well, you're wasting your time. Well, I'm taking the scenic route. Now you'll see why I do this in a minute, right? Especially you guys that probably already know. I mean, I'm going to put a background on there, and the last thing I want is you to be able to see that background through, like, come up through the drawing. You'll see what I mean. Because when I put a background on there, then it's going to be all different. So, well, I hope you guys like Easter and coloring eggs. I love coloring eggs. I haven't done it in a while. My kids are a lot bigger, but I still like doing it when I do it. Okay, see? So now we have this all done, right? So now if I take this and I make that disappear, it looks like nothing's happened. But now we're going to do the fun part. So I'm going to create another layer and move it down. And I think, what do you think? You think a sphere? I think so. I think a sphere is the way to go with him, but maybe bigger. Like an egg, right? That's perfect. Now that I've created that, I'm going to take my watercolor and let's go with a, like, kind of purple. Now it depends on like how you want to watercolor it, see now if you look, see how it's going behind the rabbit, but it's not going through the rabbit, right? You see it? Yeah. Well, that's my whole intent. See? All right. Now we're going to try something else because I want to. Okay, let's throw some leaves in there. And let's throw some trees in there. There we go. Throw some trees in there. All right. Then I'm gonna change it. Put some. Look at that. Now you see how it's behind him? That's kind of what I wanted. Right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to take white and I am going to make an outline around him so he could be seen. I forgot to color that tail. And I'll lose some of the white in the trees, but that's okay. All right. Now, like I said, Easter has a lot of meanings for a lot of different people. And Bunny is just one of those, right? Yes. It's just one of those, and for some other people, it's all sorts of things. It's the raising of Jesus Christ on the third day, and there's all sorts of reasons for that, for people. And my belief is that after 3 days, Jesus came back to life, and that's what Easter is to me. The rabbits and everything like that are fun, and I hope that you guys liked it. And like I said, belief is something that is your thing to believe. From the Easter Bunny to the Tooth Fairy to all sorts of different things. It's what your parents instill and what you like to do. So I hope that you guys liked my drawing, and I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday and happy Easter, and I hope that you get enough Easter eggs and all sorts of stuff, right? And that's what I hope that you get, because that's the cool part, right? And gifts. Oh my gosh, the gifts are crazy, right? The gifts are always in like something else. Oh, what's up, Cotton Candy? Yeah. No. It came out good, huh? Right? It came out good, right? Oh, there you go. Taking a good picture of it. That's cool. I like that. All right. We will see you later, Cotton Candy. Right? And you let us know how you're doing in the future. And happy Easter, everybody. Have a good time. Be nice to everybody. Be nice to friends and family. And eat a lot of eggs. Eggs are expensive right now. And I will see you soon. And we'll be drawing again. This is probably the only tutorial kind of that I've given. I hope you guys liked it. All right.